Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Ask Matt, where I make real estate easier. Well, I hope I do anyway. Alright, so today I want to talk to you about how to present your home. A lot of people ask real estate agents for tips and advice around presenting their home, but you know what? Agents don't even know half the time. They're not experts at presenting homes. They know sort of what needs to happen, but actually doing it is not the same thing. I'm going to share with you some very general tips today. I'm not an expert at presenting homes. I've just sort of seen what works over time. Remember, consulting a stylist is probably best because they're an expert in helping you get your home to a point that will connect with buyers the best. All right, so here we go. Here's a few things to think about. Your street appeal. So when your property pops up on the net and then buyers go, ooh, that's nice, I think this is a cool one we want to look at, they'll drive straight out and they'll drive past, first thing. The street appeal from your property, I reckon, is where people make at least half of their buying decision. So they pull up, they look at it, and they picture themselves, do they want to live there, or how are they feeling about it? Is your landscaping neat? Is your landscaping good? For a start too, is your lawns beautifully mown and green? What does the outside of your house look like? Does it, even if it's an older home, it can still look neat, like a well-loved home. You know, when you go to those properties that people have been in for 30, 40, 50 years, and you can tell like the oldies have maintained them really well, that has a real attraction power because it looks like, you know, it's been a happy home. It's got good energy. It's got a lot of, it has that connection factor about it. So street appeal is very important. Make effort to have your home get buyers to say, I like it, from the street. Very important. Inside, it's about ease of flow. So we all say decluttering, but what does it actually mean? You want buyers to walk through your home and not have to walk around things and not feel like the furniture is closing in on them because there's so much going on in there. You want just enough. You know, you want just enough chairs around the table, nice table, a couple of things around it. In a lounge room, the lounge, coffee table, TV cabinet, whatever. You don't need 1,000 things in there. So it's about ease of flow. So when they walk into a room, it just makes logical sense where things are put, basically. The styling side of it, like what should be in the room, that's up to the stylist. But you just want people to walk through easily, not feel like they've got to walk around stacks of stuff because they'll be more focused on your stuff than they will taking in the environment of the room. So you've got to remember also, buying a house is about the feeling of space. So when you have the feeling of space, they want to stay in the room. Like it feels like a nice room. You can walk into a room and feel the energy of it, and that's very important. So you want people to walk in and feel like the room makes sense, the room feels nice, okay? Not feels like you've lived in it for 20 years and you've collected everything you've ever seen in your life and put it all in one room. That's probably like what decluttering is about. Personal photos. This is a big one. I go to a lot of houses and people say, I have no personal photos in the house. That's rubbish. The reason that it's rubbish is because you actually live in the house. And I believe that buyers like to see the people that live there. They like to see their family. So when they're walking through a house, quite often buyers will stop and look at some pictures on the wall. The key is, don't have so many pictures of your family, it looks like they're in a museum. You just want to have enough so it gives some warmth to it. Especially the older homeowner, where they have the tables set up and they have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of photos, you might want to thin them out a little bit, you know, not have 450 Christmas photos all on one table that they've had since they were 3 and now the people are 33, you know, in their life. It's like, you just want enough so it shows happiness, it shows family, it gives a bit of depth to who owns the house, because I think that personalises it, which it's a good thing. The advice around taking all of your photos out, I don't actually know where that came from, because it's like you can walk into a project home, display home, they'll have no photos there, but it's a project home, display home. Like, that's what it is. We're walking into somebody's home. We're transferring space from one owner to a buyer. I believe that the buyer needs to feel what the owner is about. Because quite often the buyers match the owner's energy, quite often. So that's a whole different topic for today. But quite often the similar types of people buy the same sort of house. So I don't think photos are a bad thing at all. Smells. You can't smell your own smell, but some houses do smell. And it's a concern, because how can I be delicate about this one? I think that smells are important. Some cultures cook really strong foods. I'd highly recommend that if you're one of those, maybe don't cook that much if you can while you're selling. Because when people walk into your home, this sense here, it's actually like a big decision maker. So I'd be really careful what you're cooking in the night, because you've got people coming through the next day. If you've got pets and they smell, wash them, get them out of the house, give them to friends while you're selling. I don't know, do something. Lots of cats and dogs in the house is not a great idea while you're selling. I know some people are clean, like I get that. I'm not saying every dog is smelly, like I totally understand it. We have a dog that's at home inside, but make sure they're clean while you're selling your property. Personal smells is really hard to define. You need to ask your friends. Find a friend who you totally trust and that will be honest with you and say, does my house smell? I need to know. Because they need to tell you. I remember one house that I was showing. The main bedroom smelled that bad. I couldn't stand in there. I didn't want to breathe. It was that bad. All I can imagine was the lady's bad breath going everywhere because it just stayed in the room. It was full on. That house wouldn't sell. I didn't say anything to her. I should have. I didn't say anything to her because I thought it would really offend her. But when you're a friend and you have that connection and the friend's asking for guidance, it's one of the most important property sales. Here's how important it is. Do you know when you meet somebody, I think it's like something 90% of your decision making or 80-something% of your decision making is how they smell as a partner. Their personal scent is one of the big reasons you're attracted to that other person. Did you know that? So in a house, that's your space. We're trying to find a partner for your house. We're trying to find somebody that walks in and goes, yeah, I love this space. I'm going to buy it and pay premium money. Everything's got to connect. Sight, smell, feel, everything has to connect and you'll have a premium result. That's why I'm talking about this. Not to criticize anybody about smelly houses, it's just really important. Candles, wiping the door frames with the right scent, like a vanilla or a lavender around the door frame, so when they walk through, I'm not overdosing on the whole house so it just smells like a body shop thing. Do they still exist? But body shop where it's like fragrances going everywhere, just enough so it's nice. The baking of the bread, don't do that. It just looks fake. Oh, I just happened to bake a loaf of bread before you came and inspect my house. Wow, what's the odds? So don't do that. Don't put the coffee on. People don't like coffee. I don't drink coffee, can't stand the smell. So if I was a buyer, I would not like that smell. You want neutral as you can. It's slightly enhanced. Beautiful, steady, easy scent. That's what you want. That's it. So here's the 3 tips. Fresh environment, stylish environment, style within your taste and your feel, and a warm environment. You want warmth, so you want a bit of personal feel in there as well, and you will get maximum connection, and that will relate, transfer, make maximum price. Thanks. Let me know if you've got any questions around it. Look forward. See you in the next video.